Welcome back. You're watching Nation at 5 with me, Poonam Burde. Let's now get you some breaking news that's coming in and distressing news coming in the last 48 hours. We've seen deaths of two pilots. One is of an international route. He was of Indian origin. The other one, of course, was that of an Indigo pilot who died of cardiac arrest just yesterday. So what exactly is the reason? Are alarm bells ringing now across the sector, across different airlines? That is something that we are tracking. What exactly is causing this? And have any measures been put in place to avoid situations like this in the future? Ridhima, my colleague, now joining us, getting us the latest on this. Ridhima, what have you gathered from your sources within the industry or from within the airlines?
So, Poonam, as you were rightly pointing out, there have been three unfortunate deaths that have been reported. One was an Indigo pilot. He was supposed to operate a flight from Nagpur to Pune. As he reached the airport, he was at the boarding gate. When he collapsed, by the time they took him to the hospital, it was too late in the day. The other, as you pointed out, was of Indian origin. He was in fact traveling as a passenger and collapsed. And the other case that we got from a global airline. Now, if you ask in terms of the reasons that are coming forward, a lot of pilots that you speak to, all of this is off record. They say that post-COVID, a lot of these cases have increased because mental stress is increased. The other reason that they point out is just the sheer number of pilots operating our domestic carriers are very, very less. The other point that we need to note is that the working hours for these pilots has also increased. Earlier, the flying hours for pilots used to be 30 hours. That is now increased to 35 hours. So let me just give you an example. The Indigo pilot that we're speaking about, he in fact had operated on two sectors a day prior before he actually had this cardiac arrest, and in between he'd had a gap of 27 hours. On paper, this might look like enough hours to be resting, but what this doesn't calculate is the travel and the logistic that is also calculated in these 27 hours. So many pilots now saying that they don't have a union body to actually voice their concerns, and post-COVID, all of these concerns have only increased as far as their magnitude is concerned.
Unfortunate of that. Let's hope that the airlines and of course the government perhaps steps in and puts in some measures in place so that we avoid a repeat of this. But Ridhima, thank you so much for getting us the latest on that.